You know, we all know how that feels, you know, when you start somewhere new.
People really don't know a lot of people going into college. So everyone is kind of in the same boat as you. And if you're nervous going into college, chances are a bunch of other people are too. My new student orientation experience was amazing.
My first year orientation was a bit overwhelming at first.
I got up and went to the bathroom and got sick.
It was scary, but I was able to kind of just go and figure out where I wanted to go and how I wanted to make my PC experience.
I didn't know anybody, so I was very, very nervous and I was very shy.
Because it's where Janice and I met. We gathered in a small group and we were outside the library sitting on the lawn.
Right, we started just talking.
We had some workshops and then stayed overnight. Parents were there for some of it and we got to meet a bunch of new classmates, and that's where we met each other.
I absolutely adored my orientation leaders who were just so friendly. They worked so well together.
My orientation leaders made it very clear that they were going to be there for us no matter what.
The amount of enthusiasm that was shown from the OLs was really infectious.
You were broken down by your majors, so both being business majors, we attended the same orientation.
The orientation planted some seeds there, what PC was about.
It also gave me a quick way to meet a lot of people, and I think that's so important.
Make connections, how to sign up for clubs, how to really put ourselves out there.
Meeting new people, always a good time.
It was very encouraging.
I felt very welcome.
The orientation leaders and RAs came together to plan events for the new students, and one of them was karaoke. My RA went all out for karaoke, and she got all of her friends to perform with her.
I remember sitting with my orientation leaders, and we just kind of sat in a circle and everyone wrote down questions or things they were nervous about or worried about, and I thought that was really great. It was not only was it bonding, but it allowed you to kind of get feel for the school and ask questions you might be too nervous to say in person.
My favorite activities, of course, are the social programming that happens at night with the casino and the baby animals.
There was one night in particular that I loved. It was called Playfair, and it was an icebreaker. This icebreaker was essentially the biggest icebreaker I'd ever been involved with. It had you play a school-wide game of rock, paper, scissors.
My orientation leaders printed out a group photo of all of us, and she gave it to each of us and kind of had a little bag of candy too as good luck. Just kind of remembering that that person is always there for you, and that group is really one of the first groups, but they'll be with you throughout your 4 years.
We met a lot of great people that have become our lifelong friends at Providence. Orientation proved to be a great way to have some friendships already established before you got there.
Definitely two of my best friends.
A lot of it was just the excitement of seeing the campus and meeting new people. It was a great experience to get to meet some new friends, and a future wife worked out really well for me.
The connections that I made, I'm still friends with people in my orientation group to this day. So I'm just being able to see each other grow and be able to celebrate our different successes.
Orientation really showed me again what I had to look forward to at PC, and it showed me the little things on campus.
It gave me a better sense of who I am and who I was meant to be, and helped me be more fully myself.
The biggest thing that I got from my orientation experience is not being afraid at PC to take risks. There's so many ways for you to get support and for you to reach out whenever you need it.
I really did experience the Fryer family, and it really showed me the impact that I wanted to have on other people on campus, because my orientation leaders were so great and I was always able to go to them if I needed anything.
So by the time of the spring of my sophomore year, PC had already given me so much that I simply, I wanted to start to give back, and the orientation program was one of the ways where I could see that I could do that, is just share the love of PC that I had.
It was very fun and informative and welcoming. Everyone was just so kind and nice, and I feel like I had that same experience all throughout, not just with the friends and professors and classmates, but even random people on campus. Everyone just had this genuine niceness.
I think one of the best parts of the program that we do is that we do have that second weekend where we kind of reconnect with our orientation group, meet up with them again, check in. It really helps set a foundation of, I knew a lot of the different resources available to me that they don't cover through your info sessions and your tours, and kind of building that community around that I've wanted to help build.
Orientation is a great opportunity to be able to say, hey, PC is a great place, but it can also be daunting. Here's how we can help you throughout your journey.
It just created a great platform for me to get to know people at PC.
It was great information on how to join certain groups and, get yourself out there, out of your comfort zone so that you could meet new people and really lay the groundwork for, a good freshman year and a good 4 years.
I think that's what orientation did for me. It showed me all the different possibilities of getting involved, what to do, how to meet people, the resources, the support.
Made me know that I want to give back to PC in some way. And I really knew that orientation would be a way I'd wanted to do that.
It showed me what I could make my PC experience.
I would tell new students not to be afraid to speak what's on their mind and to put themselves in situations that are going to make them uncomfortable.
Try new things, whether it be clubs or classes. Try something new and broaden your horizons.
Come in with an open mind and an open heart. To just be open and be patient, because it's not going to happen all at once.
There are some long days, some very long sessions, and you may not automatically bond with everyone in your group. So I just think going into it with an open mind of who is the one person I can meet from my orientation group that can sit next to me and sip on the first day.
To try and speak to introduce yourself and just have conversations with as many people as you can.
Definitely be open to being uncomfortable. There's going to be some topics that we might talk about that might push you out of your comfort zone. There might be some moments where you're like, I don't want to do this icebreaker, but definitely being willing to take new risks and doing something that you may not be used to. I think that would be the best way to meet new people that you might not have met in your hometown.
Be yourself. It allows you to be vulnerable with people, with strangers, with new students. It's scary, but people will gravitate towards that.
Be the first one to speak up, smile, say your name, ask what people are from, what their intended major may be, or if they're undecided.
You don't want to miss out on important moments. In the beginning, definitely take advantage of saying yes, because you never want to turn down an opportunity of a friendship, of an experience, or of something that will positively impact your PC journey.
The summer of 2007, I was an orientation leader.
I was on the orientation staff in the summer of 2002, and again as a senior orientation leader in the summer of 2003.
I was on the orientation staff the fall of my sophomore, junior, and senior years, and the spring of my junior and senior years.
My first year on staff was 2019, and then again in 2020. And now in 2021.
I've served on the orientation staff for the past 3 years.
I served from 2016 to 2018, I believe. I served for 3 seasons in the fall and also for 3 of the summer sessions as well.
I really wanted to be on the orientation staff because I loved my orientation leaders. Just seeing how close all the orientation leaders were my freshman year, it really made me want to be a part of a group like that on campus.
I really loved the immersiveness of the PC orientation. It wasn't just you go for a couple hours and sign up for classes or take a tour of the campus. It was very much you stay in a dorm and you get a real feel for the school. There's
something diffusive about the goodness of PC. I really wanted to be able to share that.
I really wanted to be able to be a resource for new students coming in.
I knew I wanted to be involved, but I didn't know what position would be best for me and kind of how I would adapt to that new role, and really showed me that orientation leaders are not just there for you the first couple weeks of school. They're there throughout the entire year, and I really wanted to have that impact on other students.
The lack of diversity that I saw, I definitely wanted to see more students of color talking about their experiences. I think that was something that I wish I was able to have.
I saw the orientation leaders having so much fun doing it. So that kind of motivated me to want to be a part of the staff, because I wanted to be able to do that for incoming students, just to be a support system for someone and know that it's going to be okay and we're going to figure out this together.
My love for PC deepened was by serving as a summer orientation leader. It really enriched, well, my social life. It enriched the kinds of friendships that PC can foster.
I just had an incredible experience on staff that year, meeting my new students, creating a connection with them, but also creating a connection with other orientation staff members.
You may not have any idea what you're doing, but there are so many people there to support you and just ask lots of questions.
Being a part of staff has really helped me come out of my comfort zone, learn how to use my voice as a leader and meet new people.
It was the best involvement that I had at Providence College. You interacted with people that you normally wouldn't have, and you found such common interests, so many commonalities that brought you together.
Meeting some of these freshmen and their parents as they come on campus, and beginning to walk with them and just be a resource for them.
I was paired with someone who had a very outgoing personality, which contrasted mine, and she became one of my very best friends on campus.
You learned so much about the school, and you learned more about yourself as a student leader. It gave me more insight on my strengths and my skill set.
There's something really special that every year that really kept me coming back was the impact that I've had on other students, even that I didn't even know about.
What makes it unique is you can see how those first stirrings, those first movements, God takes that and does even more tremendous things over the course of 4 years and also over the rest of our life as friars.
Very unique because it does take place over 2 separate weekends. So it really gives you the opportunity to create a connection with your freshmen before they even begin classes.
I think it's something that really bonds the whole campus together. You constantly have to be thinking of new ways to innovate.
When you have a group, that's the group that you're with all throughout orientation.
Everyone was so passionate about this program, this cause, and being there for the students.
I'm looking forward to be back on Slave and Lawn with all the orientation leaders. Just excited to be back with others again. I would like to see, of course, more students of color being able to step up as orientation leaders and working with other clubs and organizations, lay out that foundation, making PC more inclusive for all right from the beginning.
We're grateful and thankful, and we appreciate being a part of the Providence College community.
Go Friars.